YouTube land was good. It's your boy Beheard, aka Brian, aka Prince, aka Prince Vegeta out there, aka PV. If you don't know me, future FGC commentator here. We're here to talk about Capcom Cup 2018, the granddaddy of them all. I think the Super Bowl of Street Fighter V, or Street Fighter in general. Capcom, the Pro Tour got announced for 2019. No surprise there. Still doing well, still killing it. Season 4 incoming. I will get to that later. This was a great event. I didn't get to watch the whole thing entirely through because essentially I work weekends, which sucks. But best believe next year I'm gonna be there, and I'm changing my schedule so I can watch these type of events too. Because usually the way I like to watch tournaments is I usually watch a restream of a tournament. So I did I like Flows, for instance. I like Flows because he has a knowledge and skillfulness of a player that could compete in the Capcom Cup, and then he's also watching it back and it's funny and entertaining, and it's nice. It's nice to get that interesting dynamic from the player and then from the commentator. So I like hearing both at the same time. So shouts out to Flo for that. Let's talk about predictions. I know I didn't get to do all the prediction videos, which is unfortunate. It's just hard. It's hard to do a lot of videos by yourself, but no excuses. I got 8 out of basically half. I got half of the round 1 predictions right. There's a lot more upsets than I expected. Way more upsets than I expected. Which I'm not complaining or anything like that. It's Capcom Cup. You can't predict that upsets. But I did get 2 of them right. I had Punk over Daigo, which is hard to say, but we're going to get into that because some people, boy, you would have thought Daigo was somebody else. And then I had Bonchan over Haitani. And then for the LCQ, to start off the event, I did watch the majority of that, and that was pretty good. ZJC is a Monat player. I don't know what region, but he is a KOF player that won Evil Japan, and he's really good, and Monat was showing that and showcasing that really well. And the funny thing, too, is Punk sponsored it. Punk believed him. He tweeted that out. It's like Punk saw the future, and the fact that he was able to go do it for Punk and do it for himself, obviously, that was a super cool thing, and that was a super good moment for just anything. It's good to see, because it's like, obviously, we would have had actually, if you want to take both players, Dankadillas too, he was sponsored by another player too. I don't know how to pronounce his homie's name, or I would. But he was sponsored by a player too, and Dankadillas is known for the Wednesday night fight scenes, so he wouldn't have been there too. So our grand finals wouldn't have been there if it wasn't for players. So the fact that players are giving other players opportunities to live out their dream and pursue things, even though it's just a LCQ and it's not really Capcom Cup, that's still huge and sick at the same time. So shouts out to Punk and shouts out to the other player too. I follow him on Twitter. I know exactly who it is. I don't want to try to. Should I try it? Let me see if I can find it. Almocash? Kasha? Almocash? I'm sorry if I'm butchering that. I know I am, actually, so I'm just going to apologize in advance. But shouts out to those guys. And Dankadillas was coming from winner's side. End up getting the bracket reset, and then ZJC ended up winning. And then he didn't play Blanca. And Blanca was a guy like this. But some of the stuff he was able to do with Sim was crazy. It was a good LCQ. I enjoyed it thoroughly. And I think this was an LCQ where we also didn't, it was like unknown. We didn't know who was going to come up. We didn't know how everybody was going to play today. It was more of an exciting LCQ. I think everybody else kind of figured either Infiltration or Nemo last year because, come on, Nemo was in it this year. Technically, if Infiltration didn't do what he did, he would have been in it this year too. So obviously those were 2 really strong players, but this year was kind of a toss-up, so it's good to see. John Takeuchi finished 3rd. Let's see, anything else I want to mention right before we get into Capcom Cup? I wanted to mention the halftime show. I think, so from what I was told, the Esports Arena in Las Vegas is more of a smaller venue, so you had to buy tickets and stuff like that, and I don't know how many it fits or holds, but it's not like an Evo venue, or it's not a bigger venue, right? So, because I think that's why they didn't have any spots for the LCQ, but then again, they have more players in the LCQ than, you know what I'm saying? You can't hold both people just spectating and then setups as well. But I say all that to say this, that if they want to throw a halftime show, I think you got to have more people. And the reason why I say you have to have more people is because if you're trying to make an experience, make it an experience. You know what I'm saying? And make Capcom Cup this theatrical Super Bowl event that it's like a once in a lifetime you have to go. If I go to any tournament, I either want to go to EVO or want to go to Capcom Cup, right? And I think that's what you have to make it. But usually the people that was there on Sunday are majority players or diehards or sponsors, or it's like everybody who's there is there for the Street Fighter, not necessarily the theatrics of the event. Not saying that theatrics were bad. I'm just saying if you're gonna do that, have more seats to where if I'm a casual Street Fighter fan and I could go to this event, I might go. But you know what I'm saying? Because especially for me, it sucked because it was like I wanted to watch, you know, a bit of the top 8, but the top 8 didn't start because I had to watch the halftime show, and then I had to go to work. So I can't say blame work, but it's like, I could have done without that. But I mean, you know, the performance wasn't bad. I know everybody like to rate the performance and everything like that just because it's not their style, but it wasn't a bad performance at all. It's just, if you're gonna do it, have it to where a whole bunch of people can go. Like not necessarily like an Evo, but upper that level where it's literally experience versus just diehards. It's kind of, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of weird. It's like it almost be like trying to show a dieharder combo or something. Like you're like, yeah. Just skip to the regular stuff. Like, I don't know. To each his own. But Capcom Cup 2018, it's funny too, because Gachikun I actually had losing round 1. Because he was a 16-17 matchup against, I want to say, Beheard. I actually had him losing that. But then I kept going back and forth. I was like, I don't know, it could be a toss up this and the third. But he did it. Rashid will be getting a costume next year. Gachikun, Red Bull Gachikun. Big shout out to them. He did the damn thing. That was very impressive. And then Itabashi Sengi. Yo, the Abigails did a lot better than I thought they would. Not saying that Abigail isn't who he is, but the fact that he was able to do a lot of the stuff he was able to do. Yo, Storm Kubo did well. Itabashi Sengi, we should really call him Itabashi Abigail for how well he did. But actually, no, he might be going back too. You know, foreshadowing. Yeah, he did really well. Fujimura did well. He finished 3rd. Cien did well. He finished 4th. Justin Wong, that was my pick. Once I figured out, because I got off late, I didn't get to see any turn. I saw an hour's worth between 4 and 5 Central Standard Time Saturday for the top 32, but I didn't get to see who got into top 8. So then once I saw who everybody was in the top 8, my pick was going to be Justin Wong. And actually, it's funny because they're right next to each other. My pick was either going to be Justin Wong or Bonchen. But unfortunately, they both finished their 5th, both respectively. And I guess we didn't see the Sakai. Like, yo! I mean, if he's not viable, he's not viable. But, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Back against the wall, why not? Bonchen, try it out. Hopefully he got some buffs. I don't know. I didn't get to read all the patch notes, but hopefully Sakai got some buffs. And we can see Bonchen play Sakai. Angry Birds Zeku was on point. Like I said, I didn't get to watch all of it, but I did watch Thank God for highlight. Well, I can't say Thank God because they kind of steal stuff like that. But that's another topic for another day. But yeah, I was watching some highlight videos. And Angry Birds Zeku, some of the stuff he was able to do, just switch out and in and out like that. And then Momochi played the Zeku too. And I think it was supposed to be Tokido and Momochi playing each other. And I think Tokido, it was a picture on Twitter. He was training against someone's Colleen, but then Momochi pulls out the Zeku. And that's the beauty of Capcom Cup. And, like, you know, I would say Evo's, I don't know. I don't want to say Evo's harder. I would say Evo's more of a grind. Evo's more of a first to 100. Because when you think about it, it's like expect the unknown. You're gonna face some killers, even though you might not even know their name. You might not know the region. Like, oh, they're just from Japan. Okay, whatever. He's probably a killer. He's probably a killer that can body you effortlessly. He's probably Tokido's Balrog trainer partner. You know what I'm saying? Just something crazy like that. Like, that's what Evo is. It's theatrics, and you never know who's anti-ing the best that day. And then so many people, like over 2,000 people. entering for Street Fighter and stuff like that. So you never know who you're gonna get. But Capcom Cup is so interesting and so hard too, because nobody know Momochi was training with Zeku, and look where it got him. And then on top of that too, you have almost essentially, depending on when your season ends and depending on if you qualify, because say Angry Bird, I think wasn't Europe like the first region to end their season technically? So say Angry Bird, boom, he knew he had the Zeku. Granted, he knew who was the part of the upper echelon. The bottom half is always the toss up, stuff like that, and then who he played first round. Or say even when he figured out, when everybody else figured out, right? Like 28 days or whatever to figure out. That's 28 days to train for essentially one, maybe three opponents. I think. Hold on. I think you need. I'm doing my math right. I think you need to win 3 games for top 8. So that's if you just take the upper half and you expect to win. There's only 7 people you got to train for. And then on top of that, there's 7 people for 4 weeks. And see the difference? Like, yeah, Evil's gonna be hard because that's gonna basically showcase who could adapt the quickest and obviously the most frequently, because you're playing so many different 5 people. But you mean to tell me you giving these guys a whole 4 weeks to train for one opponent? Like, come on, is it really an upset when you think about it? Like, that's why I think it's harder, because it's like, it's one thing to watch film and be ready for matchups, but it's one thing to study your opponent's tendencies. That's a whole different entirely thing. Like, you could, because it's like, if you say Sako versus Justin Manap, right? 2 totally different styles. I mean, everybody says Justin Wong has a defensive style, which I agree with, but there's nothing wrong with a defensive style. It's not lame. You're suck, so you can't figure it out. That's why it's lame. I shouldn't talk, but I'm explaining. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Just saying. But then he takes Sako's, the stuff he's able to do. He's able to convert off of, like, when the orbs come out, he's able to convert off of, like, 1 orb, 2 orb, blue orb, red orb. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the stuff he's able to do with just these orbs and the 6 orbs. Like, you can get combo from anywhere. So, it's just like, there's 2 different play styles. Those are 2 things you want to study. You want to see those tendencies for, all right, well, what does Justin do when he has all these orbs? What does Sako do when he has all these orbs? You know, Justin's going to hit that fierce button more, but Sako's going to put the orb behind you. You know, it's just little things like that. And that's the thing I think that makes Capcom Cup harder than Evo. So let me know down below. That's my question for you. Which is harder? Which do you think is harder? When you have 4 weeks to train for your opponent, but I guess everybody has 4 weeks to train for the opponent. Or Evo, where it's just so many people you just don't know. Yeah, so Justin Wong and Bonche finished 5th both respectively. Angry Bird and Momochi finished 7th both respectively. And then Chris Titarian finishes 9th, and he beat Fudo 3-0 in the first round. I don't know if Fudo had Birdie next to his name. I don't know if he played Birdie in that matchup. I'm thinking he did, and I'm thinking that's why it might be 3-0. It's funny too, because Chris Titarian and Justin Wong were complaining about the time, but they did so well. It's like, what? Y'all did all this complaining and y'all bodied the event. Like, are y'all trying to say that y'all would have been 1st and 2nd both respectively if we started 2 hours later? You know, who knows? But, you know, that's the thing you gotta like about Chris Titarian. Yeah, he's a passionate player. He has a lot to say. He's gonna make sure you hear it. But he could play the damn game, so you can't say that otherwise. But it's going to be interesting to see who he plays next season, because, boy, when I get to that season 4 notes. Kaba finished 9th. Good to see him finishing 9th as well. Problem X, Storm Kubo. 13th place was Knuckle Dew, Punk, Shao Hai, and Tokido. 17th place was Mago, Phenom, Fudo, Kaitani, Sako, NL, and Menardi, and Luffy. 25th place. And this is interesting. The only reason why I bring this up is because, you know, stream monsters were saying, like, Daigo's washed up. He's not washed up. He would 200 and owe you free. The noticeable 25th place finishers are the people who went 0-2 in Capcom Cup. And they will body anyone they will body people. But this is just interesting to see who went 0-2, right? So we have Big Bird, Oil King, CJ Truth, Nemo, Quick Girl, Daigo, ZJZ, and Verlin. And those people are people who qualified. Besides DJC, everybody qualified, so they earned their event, they earned their keep. So it's just amazing to me that obviously somebody's got to go 0-2. So that's just great. There was a showcase before the Capcom Cup. This was Sunday was the top 8, so this was a showcase on Sunday. This is what I watched before the halftime show, and then that's when I left. But Damn Die won that with the 30th anniversary of Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo exhibition event. Afro Legends finished in second. Alex Valle, shouts out to Alex Valle, finished in third. John Choi finished in fourth. So season 4. Let's talk about it real quick. I always want to say, I want to put the context. I want to put the whole kage in front of kage. You feel me? Whole kage. I don't even watch Naruto, but like seeing kage, I just want to put the HO in front of it. It's I guess Evil Ryu, but if it stayed inside him, essentially, from what I got from the trailer, he looks crazy. The stuff that he's able to do. Alright, his demon looks sick, his super looks sick. The fact that he could cancel stuff and do an air dash, essentially, I don't even know how to describe it. I don't even know how to describe it. It's gonna be crazy. Season 4 is gonna be crazy. My only thing, I guess you can only buy them with fight money, which is cool. But 100K, that's a lot of fight money. You know, even someone like me, a scrub like me, that's a lot to get. So I'm actually excited for season 4. I wish we got to know who was all in it, but you know, this is obviously a good start. Personally, just from experience, but I can't say it too because I'm also a hypocrite. But I don't really like different versions of the same character. The whole kage looks interesting, so I do want to try them out and stuff like that. But at the same time, I play Dragon Ball Fighters. There's mad different characters in Dragon Ball Fighters. I play Mortal Kombat, so there's Sub-Zero and Cyber Sub-Zero. Enough of that. But my guy Alex, Gunfight, Demon Dan, Twister Rivera, like what's up, yo? Fun fact, I'm not gonna say the rank because you would roast me if you knew it. But the best I ever did in Street Fighter V rank online as far as positioning goes was with Alex. I did tan Laker color Alex. I might go back to it. I don't know, Chief. He looks pretty good. The fact that he's able to do a slash elbow, it's a V skill. The fact that he's able to do a flash chop, it's a V skill. So the fact that he's able to do that stuff into a DDT off of V Trigger 2. The fact that you actually get Oki now with this air knee smash, and it leaves you right in front of the opponent. I think you're +3 after you dash. Come on, man. Alex looking kind of tough. And then the fact that Fang can fly now, like, I don't know if that's a V skill thing. I don't know if that's a new V skill. I don't know what it was, because I've seen people press, I don't know if it was punches or kicks, but they was like back and 3 buttons. I know that essentially. So I got C. It studies season 4. Sakura is able to throw a fireball and jump now and like all types of crazy stuff. Chun-Li is able to do her little flow into the kick, into the like a jumping heavy kick. It seems like season 4 looks crazy, and I feel like the characters that they nerf might not be as fun now because it's like RP to Cammy, RP to Abigail. Manat's V Trigger 1 is 3 bars now, so that's a different game plan, different everything entirely. And then, you would have thought that Ken was not a staple character. Like, you would have thought it was probably Ryu and Akuma as the 2 faces of Street Fighter 5. Like, a Street Fighter. If I say who are the 2 characters of Street Fighter, you know off the top of your head. Most people was probably gonna say Ryu and Ken. But Ken can't even do his target combo to heavy kick Tatsu now? Like, what? Then he's getting pushed back on certain moves? Whew. It's like, it makes me, so if they brought back Evil Ryu, which is basically Hokage, I'm saying that. I'm either gonna call him Hokage or Naruto. Like for the time being. Are they gonna bring Violent Ken back and then give him a different name or something? Because it's like, yo, like, yo, what are we doing with Ken? This is crazy. This is crazy. Season 4, I'm super excited for. I talked to St. Cola recently, and he's right. I need to be excited for these seasons. Usually when a new character comes out, I have anxiety. I'm scared. A whole patch of notes came out. I'm trying to learn Street Fighter 4, but we're actually learning, boys. We're gonna learn it. We're gonna sit down, learn it, stream it, all that good stuff. Yeah, what a wonderful ride. You won't see another tournament breakdown video until the Dragon Ball World Tour, which is not for another month, so I got time. Expect some gameplay on the channel. I haven't had gameplay on the channel in God knows how long. My gameplay. So I'm gonna go back to that. My only problem is I don't know how to edit the videos because my iMovie doesn't work when I download the Twitch videos. So I'm gonna have to figure something out. I might have to download this Final Cut Pro free trial for a little bit. And is there anything else I want to mention? Oh, I also want to talk about One Piece on the channel. I don't know if I want to do a review. I don't think I want to do that. Maybe I'll do a review for the Broly movie whenever I see that. But yeah, I want to talk about where the fluff I want to talk about on this channel. But amazing ride, amazing ride. I never thought I would get to this point with the Capcom Pro Tour. You know what I'm saying? The ghetto version. It's not the Mike Ross and Flo version, but one day we're going to get there. I do idolize those two guys, and what they were able to do was super sick. This is the time we need a Capcom Pro Tour, you know what I mean? So, for all the people that watched it, thank you. I appreciate you. For all the people who didn't watch it, thank you. I appreciate you. Like I said, I'm a nobody right now, but one day I'll be a somebody. That's the goal. Especially after watching this, I'm inspired, and I hate working. So best believe your boy is going to commentate all the tournaments he possibly can. Please hit that email. Please. I'm going to commentate everything I possibly can. Trust and believe, whether that's MK11, Capcom Cup, or Street Fighter 5, or Dragon Ball Fighters. Your boy's ready to work. Your boy is ready to work. I'm excited. I'm excited. Until next time. Peace.